What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Brie, and in today's video we are doing a full holiday glam. So as you can see, of course, my face is already done. It is kind of similar to the previous look, but of course we did do a little bit extra. So still glam, still cute, but in order to see how I got to this look and how extra we got, then keep on watching. All right, y'all, so getting started today, I'm going in with my Juvia's Place palette. This is the mini palettes, the nudes. So she came out with about like 6 or 7 of these palettes, so they are very small, compact, and have great colors. So I'm going in with that transition shade there, just to kind of get this glam started. Y'all know I love me a good transition shade. And then I'm actually going to take the Chocolates palette, another great palette, and go in with a darker shade and kind of line that. I wanted like a winged kind of look, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm kind of taking that darker shade and kind of lining my crease basically. So just kind of pay attention to how I do it. It's a little bit tougher to explain, but I really do like these palettes. I feel like you can do just one full look from them, which I probably will do here soon. I know the hype's kind of worn down with them, but they are really good palettes. But I'm going to take just like a little small like pointed brush and line it out to kind of give it a winged effect. And then I'm going to blend that shade because I don't want it too harsh, as it kind of stands out on its own just as a dark shade. And now I'm going to go in with my Morphe. This is their metallic flare. It was a trio, but it is like a liquid highlighter. Well, not a liquid highlighter, like a liquid eyeshadow. And I went in with a gold, like a like a buttery gold, if that makes sense. It did come with 3. If they are still available, I will have them linked below. I believe, now that I'm looking at the box, the shade that I used is Torch. So I like liquid eyeshadows. You do kind of have to play with them. You don't want to move your eyes too quickly, so I'm fanning that out right now so it doesn't smear or crease or anything. But definitely very great to use if you aren't too sure about like loose pigments. This is another great option. And I'm going to go in and kind of buff out that brown shade again now that I kind of have the gold on and I'm seeing how everything is looking. But once I started blending it out, I was kind of like, meh, I don't know how I feel about this. So I ended up just going back in with that darker shade and putting that in my crease, and I felt like that kind of looked better. I probably should have used a different transition shade, but hey, you live and you learn. That's the one thing with makeup, you know, some things may work some days and other days they may not. So you just kind of have to keep playing with it. But I'm also now going to wing out my eyeliner, so nothing different here. I love a good wing liner. I do like doing it with the makeup tape, as you see here. So if you have trouble with doing a winged eyeliner, definitely try it with makeup tape. It will definitely help you out a lot. Like I said, I've had my good days and bad days with it, but hey, it works for me, you know, with or without it, but even better. Now I'm going to take these Lily lashes. Today I am using Boston. And I'm going to go ahead and get mascara on my lashes. I'm using the NARS Climax mascara. This is a really good one, and once again, something that I had started using and then kind of fell off of using and then jumped right back into it. So yeah, but really good one. And I'm just getting those eyelashes put on. All right, next up is the foundation cocktail. We're taking luxury and drugstore. So I am using the Giorgio Armani, their Luminous Silk Foundation. And then I'm also going to take this e.l.f. foundation. I can't remember the exact name, but of course I'll have a link below. But really liked the Giorgio Armani one, but as you can see, it is way too light for my face right now. Probably in the next like month or two, it'll be perfect. But for right now, it's a little too light. So I like to mix it in with a little bit of a darker shade. But it is very matte if you are in the market for a new foundation. But this e.l.f. foundation is really good as well. I plan to do a full drugstore look here soon, and I'm pretty sure e.l.f. is going to be the star of the show since I really do like their products. But yeah, but both are very good together and they blend it out really well. So since we're doing full glam, I'm doing a double concealer. So I'm going in with this Kevyn Aucoin. This is their Skin Enhancer concealer. Very pricey, but very worth it because you do get a lot and a little bit goes a long way. So I'm starting off with that one. I believe this shade is SX12. And then I'm going to top it off with my Too Faced concealer as well. That's a favorite of mine, but these two really blend well together, and it makes the Kevyn Aucoin one easy to blend out with having that one on top. And then I'm also taking my Makeup by Mario sculpting stick and just going to blend. Alright, so I'm switching things up today as far as blending. I'm actually going to be blending out with a brush. I wanted to try something different instead of using a sponge, so I picked this one up from Sephora. I got this during their VIP sale, but they do actually have another sale going on right now, so this brush is actually an extra 30% off. Their brushes are really good, and they can be a tad bit pricey, but when they run them on sale, it's worth it. So definitely, if you're in the market for some brushes, now is the time. But I believe this one is number 34. Like I said, I'll have a link below. Sorry, I know I'm getting it confused with another brush that I wanted. It's either 34 or 78. Anyways, it's kind of like a flat pointed brush, but it made blending out easy. I will say though, it made it a little bit tougher for me since I started directly underneath my eye, and how the brush is made, it was a little bit hard to get kind of in the corners of my eyes. So of course I just ended up going back in with my sponge and then just kind of going back over it. So I will say, if you do use a brush, that is fine to get it blended out, but I do recommend using a makeup sponge just to kind of make sure everything is evenly blended, and then it also helps get rid of any excess product that may be left over. Okay, so now I wanted to actually go in and add a little bit more of liner. So I've seen it where you can actually make a line in your inner tear duct, kind of. So if that makes sense. So sorry, it's a little bit tough to see. I know I've been my head down too far, and I forget that y'all are mainly looking at my head. But yeah, I wanted to make that so you can kind of see it here. And then I also wanted to add a little bit more glitter, so I went back in with that nudes palette with that glitter shade and added it into the inner corners, but not covering up that black line that you see, and then just kind of blended it into the metallic eyeshadow, and I felt like it just gave it a little bit extra pop to the shimmer. So I also added a little bit of that shimmer to my lower lash line, and then I'm going in with that darker chocolate shade in the Chocolates palette, and I'm actually going to smudge that out underneath the lower lash line as well, just to kind of give it a little bit more edge, basically. And the next up for highlight, I'm taking a very old school Becca Cosmetics product. This is their Prosecco Pop Shimmering Skin Perfector. This used to be everybody's favorite highlighter. It's still mine, and I still got it. So yeah, so I know with Becca, it's a little bit tougher to find some of their products, but if you do, make sure you grab it if you see it. And then I'm just going to set everything with my MAC Fix Plus spray, and then take my fan and dry it down so it doesn't dry very weird. But yeah, that is the look. And lastly, we got our lips. So I'm taking that Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in Mocha Inventor number 275. I used this a few videos ago. This is a part of their coffee collection, and I really like using this liquid lipstick as a liner. As a full lipstick, this particular one is very sticky if you wear it by itself, but as a liner, it's perfect. So I'm going to blend that together because I want to go for more of a muted red. And then I'm taking this NARS. This is their Velvet Lip Glide in number 54. I guess this one doesn't have an actual name. And this one's an old product as well. But I felt like with the two blended together, it wasn't too bold of a red, but still very simple but pretty. I will say I probably should have let the Maybelline dry down a little bit more before I added the red, but I had a little bit more and it all worked out. Alright y'all, so this is the final look. What do you think? So it is going to be a little bit similar to yesterday's look, but of course we did go a little bit more glam as far as the type of makeup that I used. And then of course with the glitter eyeshadow, yesterday was a little bit more muted eyeshadow, bolder lip. Today's look is going to be more glittery eyeshadow and a muted lip. So kind of flip the two, but still glam. And I feel like it's very versatile. So sometimes during the holidays, we tend to go all out with our outfits, but then, you know, sometimes we want to scale it back just a little bit on the makeup. So I feel like this works great for that. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's look. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below your thoughts, and of course, just chat with me. I love chatting with you guys. And until tomorrow, I will see y'all then. Bye.